Welcome to The Explainer. If you're a homeowner in Georgia, you've probably noticed that costs are on the rise. Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to break down some real, actionable tips to help you save on home insurance and even on your mortgage. And hey, for all the details, be sure to check out the resources at myfinancialprograms.com. We've linked it right below for you.
Let's kick things off with a number, $1,985. Now, to a lot of Georgia homeowners, this isn't just some random number. No, it's an annual cost that's really starting to put a squeeze on the budget. But what exactly is it?
Well, that's the average yearly premium for home insurance on a $300,000 house in Georgia. And get this, it's over $400 higher than the national average. This really shows what so many of you are feeling. Owning a home in Georgia just costs more when it comes to insurance.
So the big question is, how do you fight back against these rising costs? Don't worry, we've got a clear roadmap for you in this explainer. We're going to start with why costs are so high, then jump into some quick ways to save on insurance and some longer-term strategies for your mortgage. We'll even call out the companies your neighbors recommend most and then wrap it all up with a simple action plan.
Okay, first things first, let's really get a handle on the challenge. Why are costs in Georgia so high to begin with? It turns out it's a mix of everything from our weather patterns to the age of many homes. But, understanding the why is always the first step to finding the right solution.
All right, our first stop on the savings train is your home insurance policy. You can think of this as the low-hanging fruit. Seriously, a few smart, pretty simple changes here can make a real difference in your monthly bills, almost immediately.
So, where are these savings hiding? I know. An insurance policy can feel like this big, confusing document. But the good news is there are a few key levers you can pull that have a surprisingly huge impact on what you pay every year.
Here are 4 really powerful steps you can take. You can raise your deductible, bundle your home and auto policies together, install things like smoke detectors or security systems, and of course, shop around and get a few quotes. Now, these are all great moves, but one of them can slash your premium faster than anything else.
And here it is. Adjusting your deductible is probably the single most powerful lever you have. It's pretty simple, really. When you agree to cover a little more of a potential claim yourself, you're sharing more of the risk with the insurance company. And for that, they reward you with a much, much lower premium.
And hey, the numbers don't lie. Just look at this data for a typical home in Atlanta. If you move your deductible from $500 up to $2,000, your annual premium just plummets. That's a direct savings of over $800 a year. That's real money back in your pocket.
Okay, now that we've covered those immediate savings, let's talk about the long game, your mortgage. Look, refinancing isn't a quick fix like changing a deductible, but wow, it has the potential to save you thousands upon thousands over the life of your loan.
But where in the world do you even start? You've got these big national banks, sleek online lenders. It's tough to know who's going to give you the best deal. Well, the answer might actually surprise you.
The data from your fellow Georgia homeowners points to a very clear winner: credit unions. They're sitting at a 92% recommendation rate, and that beats out both the online guys and the big banks. So why is that? Well, members consistently say they get better rates and way more personal service.
And this table here really lays out the different paths you can take, especially if you've got good credit. I mean, you could go for the lowest possible interest rate with a 15-year loan. That means a higher monthly payment, sure, but you'll save a ton over time. Or you could look into specialized options like a VA loan, which offers just fantastic rates for veterans.
So theory is one thing, but let's talk about who Georgians are actually using and recommending. Let's look at the specific companies that have earned the trust of homeowners all across the state.
When it comes to home insurance, a few really trusted names just keep popping up. USAA, which serves military members and their families, has this incredible 95% recommendation rate. And right behind them, you've got giants like State Farm and Amica, both getting rave reviews from over 90% of their Georgia customers.
Now, if you're like me and you prefer the convenience of doing everything online, Rocket Mortgage is the clear favorite among Georgians, earning a massive 96% recommendation rate. Chase and Bank of America are also really solid digital-first options with some very competitive rates.
Okay, wow, we've covered a lot, from deductibles all the way to credit unions. So let's pull it all together into a super simple action plan you can start using, like this week, to save some serious money.
Here it is, your 5-step savings plan. Number 1, always get at least 3 quotes for everything. 2, call your current insurer and ask about bundling. 3, do the math on raising your deductible for those quick savings. 4, make sure one of your calls for refinancing is to a local credit union. And 5, use those resources we linked below to compare all your options side by side.
And remember, you can dive deeper into all the data, all the company ratings, and all the lender options we talked about today. Just visit myfinancialprograms.com. It's linked right there for you. It's the perfect place to turn today's knowledge into some real savings.
You know, at the end of the day, knowledge is only powerful if you act on it. Whether it's just making a 5-minute phone call or starting an online application, the power to lower your costs is totally in your hands. So what's your first move going to be?